What's up, tribe? Okay, stop. Before you do anything else, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, or don't. And I look forward to hearing all these comments. But this is going to be your Love in Hip Hop Hollywood review, season 5, episode 2. So we open up the episode. We see Lyrica on stage. She's performing her new song, Rant. And let me say this. One thing I'm going to say about Lyrica. Now, a lot of people get on this platform. They talk about always being in the studio. They always talk about making some music, but don't nobody ever hear nothing. I will say this. Lyrica is attempting to take advantage of her platform because we've heard a couple of her songs. She's an independent artist. And so, she hustling. She hustling. You know. We see Brooke. We see Princess. And they get to talking or whatever. Brooke is updating us on her situation. Last season she had the little love triangle thingy with Booby and her and Marcus. And she's like, well, her and Marcus decided, they were going to take things slow. But then they decided, she said, but then they started spending all this time together, holidays and families and get-togethers and functions. She said, and Marcus was showing her mom the ring. And she took it upon herself to take the ring and decided they were engaged, even though he ain't asked her to do nothing. He ain't asked her to marry him. He ain't asked her nothing. He just, now why he had the ring out and was showing it to her mother if he wasn't trying to ask her, that question I don't have the answer to. But what I do know is that he didn't ask her. And then she goes on to say, I told him he can go ahead and do his little thing since, I'm not really giving it up. I'm celibate right now. So he can go ahead and sow his wild oats. But we together. So I don't understand how that works. Okay. Because I'm not going to be engaged to nobody and tell him he can sleep with anybody. I don't give a daggone whether he getting it from me or not. That's not how this works. But if it worked for you, it worked for, you like it, I love it. Then Princess is sort of giving us the little update on the thing with Ray J. She still ain't at the house. Ray J back home, but she not. Now, she ain't saying where she's staying, but she ain't staying at the house. They have this gender reveal coming up. She's like, I'm just not really feeling it. At this point, I'm just not even feeling none of this. I don't want to do no gender reveal with Ray J. I don't want to do nothing. Now his mother and Brandy started throwing shade on social media. Brandy all in my text messages threatening me and stuff. And she was like, I'm just not here for it. Then Lyrica updates everybody on the situation with Safari, with the rumor about her and Safari. Now, Brooke says that don't really surprise her because they were at a little press thing, a little Facebook Live event, and she saw the way they was flirting with each other. And she said that, Lyrica and Safari was getting real cozy and texting back and forth and having some inappropriate type, interactions. So, it's not just K. Michelle saying it. Ray J done rolled up on Princess at the party. Princess is like, why? You don't get to just roll up on me. You ain't been home. I mean, he was like, I can roll up on you wherever I want. He is your husband. I guess he kind of can. And he's like, look, you need to go ahead and apologize to my mom. You need to make a public apology. Let's just go ahead and get past this. Let's just move on. You inappropriate putting it in social media, going public. And she was like, look, no, what you need to do, you need to let your family know what the real deal is and why I responded the way I responded. Because they think that you just some angel and I'm just some old crazy bitch out here being irrational, not understanding why I did what I did. Now, here's the thing. I can see both sides of the coin. I think as a society, we've gotten too comfortable with putting our business in the street with social media. Is it appropriate for Princess to put their business out there? Probably not. But I do understand her frustration saying, look, if this is the only way I can get his attention, then this is what I'm going to have to do. But we'll come back to that because that becomes a bigger issue later on in the episode. So then we see A1 in the studio. Marcus comes through. Remember, Marcus is Brooke's, fake me out fiance. They get to talking. Of course, they just updating each other on the situation. Now, his side of the story is him and Brooke decided that they weren't ready to get married, that they were just going to kind of be friends and rebuild their relationship, that they weren't ready for marriage, but they would still have feelings for each other, and that she took she took the ring from him and just ran with it, but then told him that he could do his own thing until they decided to get back together. So his thing was, I'm just out here doing what I do, and I've started to kind of get serious with somebody I'm messing with. So he don't see it as sowing his wild oats, like just having meaningless sex because he can't get sex from Brooke. He's actually seeing what else is out there and see if he got better options other than Brooke. See, that's why you don't let nobody dibble and dabble. That's why you don't give nobody permission to dibble and dabble, because that's the kind of dibbling and dabbling be happening. But anyway, then they talking about the situation with K Michelle, A1, Lyrica. They done went to social media, shading each other back and forth on social media, and all that stuff. A1 brings up the situation with Safari, and Marcus was like, well, you know what? Brooke did say that there was some stuff going on that might have been a little inappropriate with Safari and Lyrica, that they was flirting, and there was some stuff going back and forth that was a little inappropriate. He said that I'm hearing it too. So now A1 is sort of like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's one thing to hear from K Michelle, who kind of was already in her feelings and mad. It's another thing to hear from a boy and from Brooke, who's really supposed to be Lyrica's friend. So now I got some thinking to do, and I need to talk to Lyrica. The other thing he said was, K Michelle a whole lot of things, but I ain't never known her to be a liar. She crazy. Because one thing I will say about K Michelle, not only will she put other people's business, she puts her own business out. And usually most people who will put their own business in the street, generally telling the truth when they putting yours out. But you never know. But anyway, so he like, I need to go talk to Lyrica because something ain't right. So we see K Michelle talking to what's that chick name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The other singer from last season. Not Brooke Valentine. The one Brooke had a problem with. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She ain't important. Anyway, and she's talking about how she kind of misses Paris. Paris is her friend that she said stole from her. And old chick is encouraging her to talk to Paris, to try to make up with Paris. And, K Michelle was like, I do miss her. I miss my friend, but I'm just having a hard time kind of getting past the whole situation. She was like, it's not even about how much she stole. It's the principle behind the fact that she would take advantage of me that way. Your credit card my credit card is linked up to your Uber account. You knew that when you took the daggone Uber that it wasn't your credit card it was coming out of. Now, let me say this. It's easy for stuff like that to get mixed up. I'm gonna be honest, I had a situation that just happened to me a few weeks ago where during it was a time when we ordered something as a group as somebody at my job. We were ordering a gift for them, and I used my Amazon account but somebody else's credit card. And it's still on my Amazon account. And when I was getting ready to make an order, I was going to order something from Amazon a few weeks ago. That person's credit card was at the top because that was the last credit card I had used. And I had to go ahead and delete it because I didn't even realize it was still sitting on my Amazon account. But it could have very easily, if I wasn't paying attention, and I just, how Amazon got that one click and they just charged that card, it could have been disastrous, right? Uber's the same way. Whatever the credit card is that's connected is the credit card that's connected. And if you forget that it's somebody else's credit card and not your credit card, it's very easy for it to just be a problem. Now, I don't know Paris from a hole in the wall. I'm not saying that Paris's intentions were pure or not. I'm just saying it's an easy thing that could happen. But whatever. Paris reached out to K Michelle. K Michelle said that she'll talk to her. She'll give her an audience because she said she does miss her. And, it sounds like K Michelle feel like this is something they could get away from. And I noticed how the cast is calling her Kimberly. They ain't calling her K Michelle. They're calling her Kimberly. But it's going to take me some time because I got to see if you really are Kimberly or if you K Michelle. I got to see. Y'all, it's a fly in here and it is irritating my soul. Because it's attracted to that light right there. And I keep hearing it. I'm sorry. Then we see Apple Watts and Lyrica. Now I got questions. And I'm not, this is in no way, shape, or form me being disrespectful to anybody or anybody's profession. I ain't got no problem with a dancer, a scripper, whatever you want to call it. I have no problems with that. But here's the problem I have. You were at an industry event. Apple Watch just happens to be one of the dancers at that event. It's nothing special about her. She ain't nobody extraordinary. Yet she wants to work with A1, and she feels like she kind of blew her chance for working with A1 by getting into it with A1's wife. So she reaches out to Lyrica to set up a sit down so they could talk it out. How you get Lyrica number? You ain't you ain't in the circle. How you get Lyrica number? I can't just show up at an industry event and walk away with somebody's number at the event. If I go to a meet and greet for, let's say, Boys to Men, just because I'm at the meet and greet don't mean I'm walking away with Wanye's cell number. I wouldn't mind it. But that don't mean that's what I got. I don't understand how she had Lyrica. I mean, outside of the fact that it's a show. Got it. But I don't understand how she got Lyrica number. But anyway, she got Lyrica number. And Lyrica actually entertained her. Because again, if I'm getting a phone call from somebody that was just an entertainer at an industry event, I don't care whether they were just the comedian or the dancer. Like, I don't care what their what their purpose was. Why are you calling me? But anyway, and Lyrica, and then when she's talking to Lyrica, she's talking about how she got drug problems, alcohol problems. She used to be a prostitute, and how that's her reputation out there. And I was like, and then she says all that and says, so can I work with your husband? My answer is going to probably be no, not because you a stripper, but because you a drug addict, alcoholic, and you were probably because of other things, not because you a stripper. I'm sorry about that light, y'all keep moving my head. I don't understand. Well, but anyway, so there's that. So A1 rolls up. They cool. She says, yeah, I appreciate your hustle and I appreciate you coming to me, blah, blah, blah. So A1 done rolled up on Lyrica. He done text her, said, give me your location. He shows up and he confronts her about the whole Safari situation. And Lyrica, to me, Lyrica starts acting real guilty from the word go. So then she was like, Safari has texted us. He's always texted us when he's in town or when we're in New York or whatever. A1 is like, we ain't never been in no group text with Safari. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. A1 was like, no. He was like, I'll tell you what, let me see your phone. Here's where Lyrica looked guilty to me. She hands A1 her phone. A1 goes into the phone. There are no text messages between her and Safari. Meaning, she's deleted all of them. To me, that's guilty. That's guilty. Let me tell y'all something. I've probably had an iPhone since probably the second or third generation, right? We're on 8 now. Well, I'm not on 8, but they on 8. I probably have text messages that go back 6 or 7 years. Because who the fuck goes in and deletes their text messages? Like, unless you're trying to delete them because you're trying to hide something. Who does that? I'm just not one of those people that goes down and be like, delete, unless I need some space. Now, I have deleted some text messages when I needed space, or I've deleted text messages when I stopped speaking to somebody, and I'm like, fuck that bitch, and I delete stuff, right? I've done that. But just to be randomly somebody you're still in contact with, somebody you talk to on a regular basis, just go in and the whole envelope just empty, to me that look guilty. Now, if I'm wrong, put it in them comments, but I would think the same thing A1 thought. He looked at it and was like, hold up. Why are there no text messages here between y'all? What's that about? Then Lyrica did the second thing that made her look guilty. She blows up. Well, I don't want to, fuck you then. You accusing me. I don't believe you doing this to me. And she rolls out and she ready to leave. That's when the producer stopped. That's when Mona said, no. No, boo-boo. I'm paying you for this scene. You better get your ass back in there and finish this scene. The producer was talking to her like, you got to hear her out. This is bigger than just K. Michelle. So, A1 tells her. He was like, it wasn't even K. Michelle that came to me. It was Marcus who was saying Brooke said it. And, now Lyrica's like, that's supposed to be my girl. Because she was like, I don't believe that. And he was like, you ain't got to believe me. But Brooke was the one that said that y'all were being inappropriate at the Facebook Live event. And when he got real specific about that particular event, then Lyrica was like, she's supposed to be my friend. I can't believe she said that. I can't, she out here in my business like that. I can't believe she out here. See, when people start getting real defensive, that makes them look guilty. And A1 said that. He was like, you looking real guilty right about now. Like, you out here, now you whine, acting up, blowing up. That makes you look even more guilty. So, he kind of walked off. She told me, some, I ain't staying at home tonight. He was like, cool, that's cool. He was like, that's cool. And, yeah, that was how that went down. So I guess they're unofficially separated or whatever, because she was like, I ain't coming home tonight, and how dare you ask me that? But A1 was like, you acting guilty, which is basically telling me everything I need to know. So then we at an industry, it was supposed to be Taste of LA or something. Donatella from, remember the girl from last season who was trying to do the showcase with Hazel Lee and Masika kept fighting and stuff like that. So she's doing another little event called Taste of LA or Hollywood or whatever. And Brooke is there. I don't remember who else is there. Who else was there? Was Princess there? Anyway, it doesn't matter, because what's important about this particular event is, Paris was there. Paris was there. It doesn't matter. What's important about this scene is that Brooke was there. She sees Marcus, and she rolls up on Marcus like, hey, baby, hey, boo. And, to Marcus, here's the thing about Marcus. To his credit, Marcus really don't feel like he doing nothing wrong. I mean, he was like, I ain't really expect to see Brooke at this event. Like, why she here? Because I'm here with somebody else, and I don't want no problems. But in his mind, he was like, she gave me permission to do this. Like, I'm not really doing anything wrong. I just don't want no problems. Because, I mean, he real cool with it. He gives her a hug, and he talking to her, and then his friend roll up, and he introducing them, and, of course, Brooke is like, whoa, who this? And he was like his girlfriend, or she said his girlfriend. One of them said girlfriend. Brooke was like, well, wait a minute, what? This is your girlfriend. What the fuck is going on, Marcus? And Marcus was like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is my girlfriend. Like, what are you talking? Like, he playing stupid now. So, to Brooke's credit, she did not go off on the woman. And I can appreciate the fact that she centered her anger at the person she was mad at. She even told him, because he gonna offer, because they were at the bar, she had ordered a drink. He gonna offer her drink. Which I was like, that's stupid. She was like, you really don't want to give me that drink right now. Like, I could appreciate that you warned him. Then she was like, Marcus, let me talk to you over here for a minute, because I really don't want to give her what I'm about to give you, because she ain't even asked for that. It ain't her fault. I'm mad at you. That was such a mature move, and I could so appreciate the fact that Brooke did not get loud. She did not cuss that woman out. She did not come out her side with that woman. The most that she did was she said to that woman, she was like, so were you when did this happen? Because I talked to you this morning and you didn't say nothing about having a girlfriend. So she became your girlfriend in the last 12 hours? I mean, was she your girlfriend at Thanksgiving? Was she your girlfriend at Christmas? Was she your girlfriend New Year's Eve? Was she your girlfriend Valentine's Day? Was she your girlfriend on my birthday? Like, it was so fun. And she was cool with it. She didn't get loud. And so the chicks, what's her name? Staricia, something. She was like, is she telling the truth? You were with her for all those holidays? Were you with him for those holidays? Because my thing is, that's a clear indication that your boyfriend ain't really your boyfriend if you ain't spending major holidays with him. See, the side chick get the day before, the day after, or the weekend after, or whatever. The girlfriend or the main chick get the holidays. So if you wasn't with him on New Year's Eve and you wasn't with him on Valentine's Day, you should have known you wasn't the main chick. And Marcus, you playing games. Because Brooke was like, I told him he could sow his wild oats, like he could go out here and sleep with other people. He ain't supposed to be developing no friendships and no relationships with these people. But that's the risk that you run. Like I said before, when you giving people permission to be out here willy-nilly wilding out. So then we see A1 at a video shoot. He ain't really feeling it. He's still in his feelings about the whole thing with Lyrica. Apple Watch shows up because he told her to come on down, and he said, I'm glad to see her because that showed that she really is hungry, And he he goes to talk to her. He asking her, you've been working on your bars, spit some bars for me. And she was all acting shy. He was like, now what if it was Diddy? What if Diddy told you to spit some bars? What would you do? She spit some bars. Because he Diddy. You ain't Diddy. I'm just saying. But she already spit some bars for you before. She ain't got 2 songs ready. She only had that one. That's why she need to work with you. She got 1 song. She ain't got 2. So then Ray J gonna roll up and excuse me, they get to talking about the whole Lyrica thing. And again, Miss Apple Watts, I respect you because she said, hey, after the way he rolled up on us the other day, I know there's something going on, that is some trouble in paradise, and I ain't trying to be in it. I ain't got nothing to do with this. And she exit stage left. She was like, I'm gonna let y'all talk. I'm out. And again, I respect that because you ain't in it. You know you ain't in it, and you ain't trying to be in it. Do you, April? Apple. I done gave you a whole nother name. Apple Watts. Apple Watts. So Ray J, of course, he rehashing the whole situation about the gender, about what's going on with Princess. And he like, look, I need you to come to the gender reveal. A1 was like, well, if Lyrica gonna be there, I ain't there. Ray J was like, what? What you mean? What you mean you ain't coming if Lyrica there? He was like, I'm saying, if Lyrica there, I ain't coming. So then he went on to tell him about the whole thing with Safari or whatever. And Ray J was like, I just don't believe he would do that, though. He the homie, though. He wouldn't do that. So A1 decides, all right, well, I'm going to reach out to... He was like, Safari going to be here for K. Michelle's show. Like, why don't you reach out to him? Why don't you talk to him or whatever? So Safari like, all right, yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know why you didn't think of it before, but okay. Then we see Paris and K. Michelle talking. They make up. Make a long story short, they make up. And Paris's thing is, okay, I apologize. I was wrong for hitting the button. I was wrong for using your Uber. She said, I didn't think it was a big deal. It was for $50. I didn't think it would be what it turned out to be. She was like, but don't you feel like you owe me an apology? Because you, use your platform to totally destroy me. Like, you didn't have to go public with the situation because you got people thinking that I done stole $20,000 from you or something and it was a $50 Uber ride. And again, I see both sides of it, and like I said, I can see how easily it could have happened, and I also feel like that could have easily been remedied. But I do see where K. Michelle is coming from, where she was like, I already don't trust people. I'm out here hustling. I'm out here busting my ass, literally, to get this money. And I feel like the person I trusted the most took advantage of me. And I see her point. I do. I really do. I'm glad they were able to work it out. I kind of got a situation with a friend, and I really miss this friend. I miss them a lot. And I don't feel like anything went down that couldn't be talked out, but it takes 2. I've reached out to that person. It takes 2. So I'm glad they were able to work it out and resolve it. And I don't know if this is going to be a continuing storyline, like they're going to fall out again or it's going to be something crazy. But I'm glad, because it looks genuine. It looked like they were really good friends. And K. Michelle looked like she really missed her as a friend. And also, when you're in that industry like that and you become famous, it's good to keep your original circle around you because they know who you are and you can trust them. And I think that's another reason why that hurt so much. Because this was somebody she felt like she could trust, that she felt like betrayed her. Last but not least, we got the gender reveal. And Princess is playing the part. She's playing happy mommy, and all that good stuff. She's going through with it. Ray J, he like, Princess put all this together. I'm really proud of her. In the midst of everything, she still put it all together. But Princess is like, I'm still not happy about this whole situation with the Norwoods. They really got me out here being the villain. Like, Ray J is so perfect, and I'm just such a bad guy. And one thing I'm going to say about Princess, I can respect the fact that Princess didn't back down. Now, I think a couple of things she did and said might have crossed the line. I think it was a little unnecessary. But I also respect the fact that she was like, look, I'm not going to apologize to you because I don't feel like I did anything wrong. And if I'm going to apologize, then tell Ray J to apologize for being in Vegas and having these girls all in my DMs telling me that he with them and he sleeping with them, posting his hotel room on you worried about me posting on social media. What about the woman that posted his hotel room on social media? And then she said Brandy all in her text messages She said Brandy full of shit because publicly she playing kumbaya, but privately she playing, keyboard gangster. And she was like, I'm not doing this with y'all. Like, I'm not getting ready to sit here and play this game with y'all like this, And she said, I'm not going to stop y'all from having a relationship with this child, but as far as I'm concerned, I am done. She said, all y'all care about is y'all image. All y'all care about is what the public is. You don't care about what's really going on and how he's treating me. You just care about the perception and the public. And you know what's real? That's real. Because y'all remember that whole thing with Brandy. When Brandy got pregnant and they pretended like she got married just to save her image, just to put that image out there that she didn't have a baby, a child out of wedlock. And then first of all, when everybody found out she was pregnant, supposedly she eloped and she had this private wedding at sunset on some mountain ridge somewhere. Then Brandy said, well, it was a spiritual marriage. It wasn't legal, but it was spiritual. Then old boy just came right out altogether and was like, yeah, we wasn't married. I went along with it because her mama didn't want to taint her image because they didn't want it out there that Brandy got pregnant out of wedlock. All that's about image. It's all about image. So I believe everything that Princess is saying. I mean, I know it's a TV show and I know we got a storyline, but I believe a lot of that because we know they did it already. And so, Princess was just like, look, I'm not playing this game with y'all with the Norwoods, and I'm gonna be a parent to my child, and if me and Ray work it out, we work it out. But other than that, I'm done with trying to build a relationship with y'all because it doesn't matter what I do. And the father ain't say nothing. Daddy was standing there like, I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. Then Lyrica gonna roll up in there and go at Brooke. Because at first when I saw Lyrica, I was like, oh, they had a different event. But no, they were at the gender reveal. And Lyrica gonna come up on Brooke like, I can't believe you did that. Why would you say that about me and Safari? I don't understand why you would do that with me and Safari. And Brooke was like, but did I lie? And again, this is another thing that's just making Lyrica look so guilty because Lyrica is going off and being crazy, throwing drinks, trying to flip tables. And Brooke was like, for real? Like, you mad though? Like, for real, you mad? Like Brooke was so calm about the whole situation. Like, but it happened. Why are you mad? Like, this is what went down. Why are you mad? Lyrica, this don't look good for you, boo. You looking real guilty. You are really looking guilty. Like, you looking guilty. Then we see A1 and Safari. A1 taking off his jewelry and shit. Safari like, yo, what are you doing, dude? Like, you acting like you come here to do something, though. You act like you trying to do something. And A1 was like, look, why you texting my wife? And here's where Safari went wrong. All Safari had to say was, all of us are cool. Yes, I've talked to Lyrica, but it ain't nothing. But instead of that, you trying to play Billy Badass, and then you want to say, them bitches be texting me. A1 was like, bitch. That should have been your clue that the word bitch was a problem. Yeah, bitches. You're not talking about bitches. You're talking about his wife right now. So, of course, that's where the episode ends with A1 jumping on Safari. So, it's going to pick up tomorrow with the fight or whatever. Yeah, I say tomorrow, next week with the fight. So, that's how this whole thing went down. What y'all think? Y'all think Lyrica guilty? Because I think Lyrica might be a little guilty. I don't know how guilty. I ain't going to say she slept with Safari. But I believe she had some inappropriate conversations. What you think? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.